Hello everyone, and welcome back to Allthemodium. We are back on the server, and a few things we have to do. One in regards to this guy, but that should be quick and easy. And the next in regards to those guys, in terms of our ore. At the moment, I believe it's quintupling. I believe we put one ore in, and through this magical process, we get 5 out. But word on the street is we can turn that into 7. Apparently. We'll have to see how things go, but that is the word that is on the street. So, first things first, we have a few new things here in terms of a fusion reactor, an SPS and antimatter, and here's the fun part, downgrade to only 2 lasers without upgrades so the wither won't die, because apparently the wither's taken some damage. It's kind of hard to see because we've actually got it muffled at the moment. I think beneath here we can do that. Now showing wither boss bars. I mean, I don't see the wither boss bar, but I mean, normally I do, so I don't really know. I don't know, but anyway, he's taking damage. That's the moral of the story. And apparently, in order to stop that from happening, we need to go down to only having 2 lasers. You see? You just don't take damage. We need to have it go down to 2 lasers, like so, and then make sure they don't have upgrades in them. So no upgrades in that one, none in that one. So what this does mean is that we'll be getting this gas at a much lower rate, but we're not really using it. So it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? Like, but in the future, you know, we would only have to consider whether or not maybe we need to automatically build withers, or manually build them whenever we need this gas. But at the moment, I think we're fine. A few little lag spikes there. Hopefully they don't stick around. Okay, so, well, for one, we can put this stuff away. Or, actually, I might as well go chuck it in my latex facility over here. Open one of these guys, chuck them both in. And there we go, this guy's producing a little bit faster. Beautiful. Okay, so, how do we turn this guy into processing 1 ore into 7 ingots? It is with elemental craft. So, what you do is you get ore chunks, these guys here. So, 1 uranium ore turns into 2 ore chunks through some process, which we'll have to figure out. And then these ore chunks go into the same system that we already have. So, it goes into, you know, this system, and it comes out as some slurry. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the best option actually is here. It's a little bit confusing to look at because each of these all do different things, right? They all double them or do something like that. The one part I'm confused about is what are we currently doing? We're putting it into a chemical dissolution chamber. That is our step 1. So, if I put ore through, where is it? A chemical dissolution chamber, 1 ore turns into 1,000 millibuckets, right? And then that gets turned into clean slurry, right? And then that's fine, and then that turns into a crystal at a rate of 200 millibuckets. So that's pretty good. These ore chunks, though, so how it works, right, is 1 ore, instead of turning into 1,000 millibuckets, it's turning into 2 of these chunks, and each of these chunks turns into 750 millibuckets. So if we do a little bit of math, we should be getting double that, right? I said we'd do math, and then I just completely didn't do math. We should have what? 1,500, I believe? So what that means is 1,500. So we're getting an extra 500 millibuckets of this slurry. Now, that kind of is okay, but it's also kind of not. I'm just realizing now, the reason why that's kind of not okay is because we'll have an odd number. Not an odd number, but an odd number in relation to our process. So we'll have 1,500, right? And that will process into 1,500 clean slurry. And then that will turn into copper crystals, still at a rate of 200. So you know what that means, right? That means that if we have 1,500 millibuckets in there, we're going to get to a point where there's just 100 millibuckets left over. If we're only processing 1 ore at a time. So that is a bit of a problem that we will have to take into account. And then this stuff just processes through and turns back into an ore. But yeah, that extra 100 millibuckets, all that means is that whenever we process something, using this new system that we're going to be building, we will have to process 2 ores at once. So that means 4 of the ore chunks. That way we'll get 3,000 millibuckets in total. At the moment, obviously we don't really have this automated, so that wouldn't really matter at the moment for us anyway, but I want to automate this system. And I also want to incorporate this elemental craft, so we're going to have to keep that into account when we do that. So, as you can see, I've bookmarked quite a few things here. I can actually get rid of some of these other bookmarks that are just sort of in the way distracting us. Alright, so to make these ore chunks, what we see is we need earth, somehow. we need to get this weird earth element. We need to get an element container, and an ore purifier. Now, I've had a little look through, and it seems like the element container and the ore purifier are somewhat straightforward. There's some interesting alloys and stuff. Oh, this actually looks a little bit confusing. I didn't check this specific recipe, but it seems as though it all bottles down to just being able to either where is it? Either where are we? I'm getting there. Here we go. You can either evaporate elements. So, for instance, if we have these different shards, which I think we do, I definitely recall getting these earth shards. We can put it in an element evaporator over a container, and we get that element. So that's pretty much that step done. We can also use an extractor, and what this does is, I believe, you know how we sometimes see these like orbs floating around. I won't be able to find one now, of course, but I definitely recall seeing a few floating orbs. There's one. So I believe this would be like an earth source or whatever. We could get this extractor, place it underneath it, and I think it extracts that element out of it. So that's, I guess, I don't know, a different way to do it. There's also this one, a solar element synthesizer. What I imagine happens here is you place a lens in, and it just uses the sun to create the element. That's my best guess. And there's also an improved element extractor, which would go underneath these things to do it a bit better. That's my general understanding. Let's have a quick look, though, at how many shards we have. So, raw earth shards, we have about 50,000. So, we're pretty good on those. Raw fire shards, we have 8,000. Raw air, we have 4,000. And, we even have a lot of powerful earth ones. We have some powerful fire, powerful air. And we have one powerful water and only 29 water shards. So, we actually don't have many of these. If I'm honest, I don't really know how you get them. I assume maybe from killing water mobs. Maybe. That's my best guess. So hopefully we don't need to use that too often, is I guess my guess. Or not my guess, but my hope. Luckily, all these ores seem to use earth, and that's what we have the most of, so we should be good. Let's get started and see exactly how we craft some of these things. So, the first thing I want to do is try and make this element evaporator. So this is going to cost us a contained crystal, some glass, and some iron. So just the contained crystal is the weird part. And this will need an inert crystal and gold nuggets. I believe the inert crystals you get from just mining. In fact, we can probably look this up. Yep, there's an inert crystal ore. So there we go. One contained crystal. And now we should be able to make an element evaporator. Boom. Easy. Let's grab a stack of these earth shards just to get ready. Now, there's also different containers. There's a big container, which costs an element pipe, drenched iron ingots, burnt glass, specifically, and another of those crystals. There's also a small one, which uses impaired element pipes and just a normal piece of glass. Now, I guess we should start with this. I don't see why not. So we need another of these crystals. We're probably going to need a few of them, so I'm just going to craft a few just to get ready. These pipes are made with a contained crystal and 2 bits of iron. Once again, not too bad. Small element container. Here we go. Now, where are we going to place this stuff? If I'm honest, I don't really know. I'm sort of thinking somewhere near here because we've got to get it into this system somehow. Or at least incorporate it somehow. Now, we could probably use a little bit of wireless technology to get that happening. Maybe some entangled blocks, but I do kind of want it to be near it at least. So I'm thinking maybe we do it here. That might not be too bad. So, small element container. Let's see. I'm going to place this here. Element evaporator. I'm going to place that there. And I'm just going to right-click this on it. Oh! Okay, it's gone in there. And as you can see, it's now filling up with earth. So, I guess what I kind of want is at least one of these little containers for each of the elements we're going to have. I think that would probably be a good start, right? So, we can have earth in there. We can have... why did I do something like this? Spice it up a little bit, you know? Do a little bit of some angles and diagonals and stuff. This doesn't look too bad. So, earth in there, we can have all these different ones. I don't want to process them yet, because I don't really know if I need them yet. And you can actually see the tooltip, so right next to my cursor. It's slowly filling up as, I guess, this container is filling up with the stuff. If I crouch, does it tell me exactly? Nope. Yeah, it's just a mystery, I guess. Alright, so, we have the earth element in the path of making these chunks. Let me bookmark it as well. Earth part, check. element container, we're going to need a big one specifically for this process, apparently. Because if we have a look at some of these other options, if it lets me, some of the other options I might, knowing me, I won't be able to show it. But yeah, look here. It's showing that you can use a small element, whereas the other one's not saying you can at all. So I'm assuming you have to use a big element container. So, okay, we need an element pipe, we need drenched iron ingots, we need the crystal, we need burnt glass, and we need white rock specifically. So not just any type of cobble or anything, but we need white rock. So, let's go ahead and I guess try to craft these. So, white rock, ooh, a piece of stone on an element infuser above some earth. That we should be able to do. So an element infuser uses a crystal, some iron nuggets and ingots. I also kind of want to get another one of those pipes. Some of these little pipes. Now, I don't know if there's a reason to be using the good pipes or the bad pipes, because there's these impaired ones, and then for this guy there's actual pipes, but I don't think I can make the actual pipes yet, so we'll stick with these. We can now place the pipe like so. So it's now connected. We can place the infuser above it, I think. Or does it have to be on a container? It's kind of acting like it has to be on a container, although... Oh no, okay. I'm learning. I'm definitely learning. I think we need a container. So I'm going to have to... Actually, can I place it on the side? No. Let's just make another container. That should be fine. There's no harm, no foul done there. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, if we look here, the pipe's connected, but it's not going through. So, oh, there we go. I right-clicked on it. Oh, there you go. So you just right-click on it to get that weird yellow band, and now it's extracting. And you can actually see it showed up just above the hotbar. So look, disconnected, inserting, extracting. So there we go. Beautiful. So now I can place the element infuser on top. Perfect. We can go ahead and grab some stone. If we have some, yep, we do. We needed 3, right? So then I place these on top, and you can see the particles are now going up. Oh, and this should be turning into stone. And we can hold it crouched and see in the top left. Yep, it's changed to white rock. Obviously, we can see that, but I don't know. If for some reason you can't really tell the difference, you can hold crouch, and it will actually tell you in the top left what exactly you're looking at. Alright, after these rocks, we're going to need fire essence in another infuser to make the burnt glass. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of these containers and element pipes and whatnot. We need a lot of these crystals. Now, how many inert crystals do we have? If we have... Okay, we have an insane amount. Let me just make a stack. Oh, we're going to need some more gold. But yeah, we'll get this out of the way, so I don't have to keep crafting these. Bada bing, bada boom. That's still not too many. Alrighty, I've got a bunch now. Now, I can't actually place it here, or else it will get connected to this system. So I've kind of already messed up my whole trying to make things look fancy system thing that I had going on. How do I want to do this? Indeed, some might say. Alright, let me fill in this area with some dirt, if it lets me. Da-da-da-da-da. And we're just going to expand it a little bit, as you see here. So, boom, and boom. Okay, this should be fine. We'll obviously connect the pipes, like so. Da-da-dee. Really? This didn't want to... There you go. Alright, let me make a bunch of these element evaporators, and I'll be back. Alright, 1, 2, 3 evaporators. And then if we go to the infusers, we also need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. We almost couldn't make it because we need some more iron. That should be fine. Infusers, beautiful. Okay, so the infusers obviously go on this side. Da-da-da-da-da. The evaporators go on that side. There we go. And then we remember to right-click these to make them extract. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some of these stuff in. What are we after? I mean, I guess we're after all of them eventually, so it doesn't necessarily matter too much, I think. Hopefully not. But with the water, I don't want to put it all in. Just in case for some reason it does matter. So here we go. Not only does it look beautiful, but it's going to a good cause. We can grab those rocks back. Okay, so what was it? Burnt glass was glass and fire. That's pretty self-explanatory. How much did I need for whatever I'm going to make? Was it the pipe? The elemental pipe? No. What was I making? The big container? Yes. Okay, so only 1 burnt glass. So we're just going to place a glass here. And that's going to do a cool little animation. That looks really nice. I believe the drenched iron is infusing iron over water. So we can go ahead and grab some iron out. Alright, the dark glass is complete, or the burnt glass. One issue I think we are going to have is the lack of water, because we do need a fair bit of this drenched iron for both the pipes and that. And does the purifier use any? No, okay. It might not be too bad. Oh, we do need more here. And we don't have much, and I don't even really know where to get more of this drenched, or not drenched iron, these are water shards from. I think we can go ahead and chuck the rest in here, though. I think that's fine. Water shards. Alright, you know what? Maybe our best bet is to try and get one of these, the water crystal things from, where is it? The solar ones. We might be able to try doing this. It's gonna be, the problem is, it's gonna cost some water to get the water. I don't really know. As you see, this is taking a while because, like, it doesn't have a build-up of the water yet. And we're kind of mowing through these, to be honest. Ooh, okay, yep. I did a little bit of exploring, and I found a water one quite close to me. So let me go ahead and bookmark this. Water. There we go. So, if need be, we can get water from there. That's perfect. Alright, you know what we can do, actually? Let's go ahead and make one of these element extractors, and go and set it up. Now, are we able, just real quick, to use a small container? We can. So let's go ahead and do that, because obviously the other containers cost quite a bit. So, we're going to see how this works exactly, because I don't really necessarily know. So, here's where the water is. It's above this block here. Do I just place it like that? The answer is yes. The answer is that is exactly how it's done. Beautiful. Now don't... Oh, look at how fast it fills. Oh my god. That is actually insane, compared to what we're doing over there. Oh my. I think... Ooh, wait. Oh my god. Entangled blocks. I was going to say, I think I could pick it up and move it, but oh my god. Entangled blocks are literally perfect. If this works, obviously, but the way that they're intended, this should work and it should actually be insane. I have the thing on me. Okay. Shift right click on this guy, so it selects it. Pick up our entangled block again. Yep. Fly back over. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I might have to chunk load it. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to want to work. But let's head over here. I'm going to place it here. Right click on it. So now it's connected like that. And then a pipe should connect. Oh my god. Press this to be extracting. Is that working? I think, look at how fast it's filling up. Oh my god. This is actually perfect. So now, this should be a lot faster because it actually has all the essence needed. You can see how quickly it actually is draining there. That is actually ridiculous. Okay, what is this particle effect? Is that from... What are you doing, buddy? Also, is this cracked? Cracked stone bricks. I'm a little bit worried because I didn't place cracked stone bricks there. Is this soul lava going to break out? I don't know. I've only just realized that now. Okay. Yeah. These entangled blocks are literally a lifesaver. Okay. So, element container. We should be pretty much done. Or at least able to make it. So, we need element pipes, which are just drenched iron ingots and contain crystals. Or you could just use the pipes here. The impaired pipes. Or you could use one impaired pipe and 5 of these drenched iron nuggets. I'm just going to do this one, I guess. I kind of want to keep the other pipes, so let's just do this one. I don't think it matters too much. Element pipe. Now, we could use this for piping, or we could use it to make an element container. Here we go. Next, we need an ore purifier, and as you can see, there's quite a few things that we've never really seen before. So, first things first, Swift alloy ingot. How do we get it? Element binding. We're going to need an element binder, so let's bookmark that guy. He's going to have to go on a container with a bunch of air in it. So, I guess... In fact, is there going to be a big structure happening here? Because it shows like 4 different things. I imagine not. I don't really know though. Let's, I guess it can go here. That's not too bad. Okay. Element binder, what are you going to cost? Not too much. Especially now that we have like unlimited of this water stuff. That's not too bad. Alrighty, that's the last bit of that. So we should be able to make the element binder. Here we go. This guy places on top. Beautiful. So far, so good. And then, what do I need? So we're going to need 3 of these ingots. So, okay, we're going to need quite a bit of stuff. Now, the air crystals is with an infusion. Element infusion. And inert crystal goes in with some air. So that should be relatively fine. Inert. We're going to need 3 of these crystals. So I'm going to need 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of everything. So, place that, see exactly how much it uses. Do we still have stuff in there? Yeah, we have plenty. So to fill up a tank, it uses about what? 9? I think 9 shards to fill up one of these. Oh, they look like they're both done. Alrighty, now we're going to need to get some air into this tank, so I imagine my best option is to just do this, and then once it's empty, if I need to use this again, I can just have it extract and go back into a different tank. So, we'll place this. This guy should start filling up. It looks a lot cooler, a big, well, I guess they've all got actual orbs in them now. I haven't really noticed before. I thought there was just, like, clouds in there. Maybe there is when they're, like, starting to fill up. Maybe? I don't really know. Not sure. But, now this is working. This guy is actually not even complete yet. I probably should have waited a little bit. So maybe we should do that just real quick. Now, I did see an air orb somewhere near us. Well, not actually near us, but, you know, relatively near. I think a doable distance. I believe it was over here inside. See? It's inside this thing right here. Ooh, that's a fire one. Okay. So we have a fire crystal there, or a fire orb thing. I think maybe then I saw it on the beach, because I definitely did see one. Is this it? Yeah, there's one here. You guys will not be able to see this unless I maybe, like, position myself, there we go, in front of a tree. See? There we go. So I should be able to do the same thing we did before. Make one of these element extractors. Easy peasy. Make a small element container. Very easy. Make an entangled doohickey. We're going to need an ender chest. The reason I don't have ender chest auto crafting is because whenever I go to craft using a chest, it supplements the ender chest, and I don't really want it to do that. So, it's kind of hard to see. I think that's where I want it. And then the extractor there, and that should be working. Beautiful. Then, we entangle it like that. Oh, this is actually perfect. Even if you've played with Elementcraft before, hopefully you guys start incorporating entangled blocks. I don't necessarily... In before, they turn out to be horrible for server performance, but they're extremely convenient. So if you're playing at home, definitely recommend, regardless. We have a bunch of air in here. So I think all I really want to do is just place it here. And then right-click this. Is that going to connect? The fact that it hasn't is a little bit annoying. Hasn't connected, okay. Oh, no, there it is. A little bit of lag, I think. Okay. So then I can right-click that, and now it's extracting. Oh, this is done. Beautiful. Let's, I can actually probably pick these up. Boom, boom, boom. And then we can make this guy insert. So it's disconnected. Wait for it to update. Now it's inserting. And we should have plenty of air entering in there. Beautiful. So, what now? Well, now, I believe we craft our thing. So, we place one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of those. And something's meant to happen. Now, I don't know how to activate what's meant to happen, but it's meant to make these swift things. And I don't know how it triggers. Now, it's possible I need to wait until there's enough air in there. That's definitely a possibility. I also I'm thinking maybe I want to replace this. So let's pick that up. Place a normal element pipe. And have that guy extract. Let's see if that does a better job. I don't necessarily know if it will, but I mean, it's worth a try. Because nothing else is really happening. It's also possible that maybe I have to go chunk load the area. Maybe it's not loaded. Alright, over there, where the small thing is, it actually is filling quite quickly. And it's just a matter of this tank is incredibly large that it's not even making a dent in size comparison. I'm curious as to why it's not really working. Should I right-click it? No, that did not help. Okay, I'll put the stuff back on. What if I shift right-click it? Eh? No, that just did the same thing, really. What if I give it a punch? Bah! Da-da! Nope, nothing. Okay. Okay. I might have to give it a Google. I believe, actually, wait. I believe there's a quest line for this. I think this is the quest line, right? Okay, so we just need to look through and find what we're trying to do at the moment. We are trying to make swift alloy ingots with an element binder. So this guy here. There's no instructions. At least we're in the right step, you know? Element pipe, element binder, swift alloy ingot. Okay. So I thought I'd have a little look, a little glance at what an improved element extractor would cost, right? And you can see here, it's going to cost at least one of these ingots, and I was like, oh, that's a good, we make the ingot, then we invest in this guy. It costs 3 element extractors, should be pretty good. It also costs a pure crystal. Now, if I click on this, this looks a little bit more scary. We're going to need a fire crystal, each of these crystals, which seems fine, and a diamond, and that makes a pure crystal, but it's showing a lot of extra essence here. And on top of that, to make it, we need a pure infuser, which I'll bookmark, and then a fire pedestal, water pedestal, earth pedestal, air pedestal. Yeah. I don't really know how to go about doing that. So it needs a medium amount of air. Does that really mean that this guy needs to get half full of air? And we got to do that like 3 times? This is a bit ridiculous. Yeah. I think we should try and set up these infusing things. Let's see what it's going to cost. So a pure infuser is going to cost 2 of these swift alloys anyway. Okay. At that point, we might as well just make this thing so that we never have to do it again. Oh, but we still need a pure crystal. Oh, okay. I didn't think about that all too well. Pristine earth gem. Okay. Or a fine earth gem. A crystal in a... Oh my god. Okay. So what's the plan, you might be wondering? I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Oh, I looked all around my base and there's one right in our backyard. Beautiful. Let's at least get this started. So, what are we going to need? An element extractor. Easy peasy. Another one of these containers. Just the small one. Once again, that should be fine. Boom. Boom. Beautiful, it's already working. Another entangled block, of course. And then all I need to do is connect it up like so. Right-click it to bind it, make sure it's extracting. And now we've got everything. We have a bunch of different, extractors and ways to get this essence. You can actually hover over... Was it the pipe? So, yeah, sometimes it wants to... Okay, no, if I actually look here, it's showing me that it's full of this air essence. And if I hover over this one, it's, I guess, not showing you anything because it's empty. And this one's empty too. I'm not sure, but it's showing that this guy's full. Alright, if we wanted a solar one, that would still cost these alloys. It'd cost 2 of them, a hardened handle, which also seems to require quite a bit of stuff. It seems like we're in a bit of a pickle. A bit of a waiting game. So far, if we have a look at how the essence are obtained, you can look at this one. The element evaporation, a low amount you get from this. The element extractor, a low amount. The improved extractor, a medium amount. And then the solar one, a low again. So, the improved definitely appears to be the way to go. But to get this pure crystal, this looks like a lot of work. Now, for example, if we got this guy, the pure infuser, we spent the 2 alloys for this, we spent the other alloy for the actual whatever it was. Each of these pedestals requires another alloy. So yeah, it's a bit of a task, if I'm honest. So what's the option? What are we thinking is the best plan of action? The answer I have is I don't know. I don't know what the play is. Yeah, apart from just waiting. Now, I do have a bunch of powerful air shards, so what if we chuck these in? Like so. And see if that does much of a difference? I don't necessarily think that it will, but it's surely worth a try. Alright, I think the lesson we should take from this at the least is we need to get some of these containers set up and getting hooked up to these systems so they're already filling up. Because we're going to need the essence in the future, and we definitely need to do some future-proofing. So, we're going to need some more element pipes, which means we're going to have to make some more of these drenched ingots, which it's not the end of the world, but it does take a little while. And is that pretty much it? I think so. We need a little bit more glass as well. Alrighty, I grabbed quite a few. So how many can we make? The answer is, at the moment, 2. What are we going to need? Another bit of these pipes, another drenched ingot, and that's pretty much it, right? Just drenched ingots? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So, first things first, let's get these hooked up. Now, if I place this right next to it, does that automatically connect? The answer is, it doesn't look like it yet. What if I right-click this? Does anything happen? No. Okay. Let's give it a little bit of a gap then. Just a little bit. Alrighty, I think I have enough for the last container that we're going to make here. Beautiful. Hook that up. Hook this up and start extracting just so it gets filled. And you'll be happy to know this guy's almost full. Almost. And then this process is going to happen. You'll also be happy to know that these guys are empty, and that's how much we currently have of each of these. Not much. It's definitely not looking the greatest. That's pretty much it. This looks to be halfway through, doesn't it? If we sort of look at that little circle, it looks about halfway. Yet nothing's really happening. Alright, if we have a look, that is more than halfway. That is definitely more than halfway, and I swear the picture only showed it being half. So it's possible we're still doing something wrong. Yeah, it actually shows less than half. Is it possible we're doing something wrong? I think it is possible. I just don't know what it is, though. I don't know what the thing is that we're doing wrong. I definitely feel like we are now, though. Alright, actually, you know what? Have a look at this. The circle. I think we have to place it in a specific order. I think we have to do gold, drenched, redstone, air. So, let's give this a shot. Gold, drenched, redstone, air. Now it's working. Okay, how much is this going to use? It's possible that we can actually do a lot, and it was just the fact that I did... Oh my god, we can do so many. I was just being dumb. Oh my god, okay. Now you might be thinking, wow, that's a little bit annoying, the fact that you were that dumb. The way I see it is, oh my god, look at how lucky we are that we don't have to keep waiting. That is so good. I've never been happier that I've been wrong. That is awesome. Okay, I've moved the infuser on here, obviously. Okay. Oh my god, what do we do now? We can do everything. We can do whatever we want. Okay, this is complete. So then we do what? Gold, drenched, redstone, air, and it processes. Oh my god. Alright, I think what we want to do is get one of these improved element extractors, because I think that will speed everything along and it'll help us out. I think, and I hope. The other option is we could do the solar one. I don't necessarily know if that would be worth doing, but it almost looks a little bit easier, if I'm honest. You know what? I think it's fine. We're going to go for the improved. So this guy's going to cost us what? A pure crystal. That's the big problem. So the pure infuser itself costs 2 of these. Should be relatively easy to make, but then we also need 1 of each of these. Once again, that's not the end of the world, but the big problem is these gems that we need. We essentially need a gem crystallizer. And some more essence, of course. And we put like a shard in and it makes a bigger shard, apparently. And then that shard can be utilized in many different ways. Okay. Okay, gem crystallizer. It needs 4 of them. At the moment, our problem is actually just the water. So what I might do is try and speed that up if I can figure out a good way to do that. Alright, I've come across another water one. Relatively close to the base, so it's not like it's the end of the world. We need an element extractor, which means we need more of these, what are they called? Contained crystals, which means we need more gold. Okay, yep. Alright, element extractor, check. We'll grab another container. I actually wondered, do you think I could entangle them onto the container? Do you think that's possible? Let's, I don't really know how we would check. You know, I sort of do. Let's get an entangled block. So we're going to need another ender chest. That's fine. Boom. Boom. Okay. And what if I place it underneath the extractor, right? So at the moment, the extractor can't be placed, right? What happens if I entangle it? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this big container, entangle it onto my staff, or my wrench or whatever. We'll head back over here. I'm lucky I remembered where I put it. Right-click on this. So now it's entangled, right? Now can I place the element extractor on top? Okay, it's not letting me. It's definitely not letting me. Damn. That would have been a nice little trick. Okay, that's fine. So instead, we'll do a small container. We'll place the extractor there. Yeah, we'll leave that. That's fine. Then I'm just going to place the other entangled block here with a pipe. Oh, a pipe there. Make sure it's extracting, and that should be good. So we should be getting plenty more water now. Double the water we were getting before, in theory. and we can get back to making more of this junk. You know what's strange? We've actually got 6 air crystals. I'm just looking now. We do have some water crystals. A few fire ones. We don't have any earth crystals. Very strange, though. These must drop from something. Maybe. I don't know. We've got them. I'm going to use them. I mean, I was just going to make them anyway. Yeah, I'm just trying to look at this screen to see if there's anything else. I don't think there is. Okay. Good to know. Let's go ahead and continue binding. Da-da-da. Alright, I'm back in. Strangely enough, I forgot to bind this. So, now that's bounded. Now we're actually getting the extra stuff that we're meant to get. I also upgraded the pipes to the element pipes that I had spare. Okay, so I'm gonna say I don't think that we can get this all done in this episode. I think it might take a little while. I'm not sure what I should try and finish off in this episode before we wrap it up. I kind of want to do like one extra little bit. I don't think we can get these pedestals done. I'll say that much. That's pretty much it. Even though I really want to. What do you reckon? Should we try the gem crystallizer then? I think we should. We have enough. We're going to be making some more, assuming I remember to place these on every so often. Yeah, I don't know. We do have enough to actually make those, but the problem is, like, if you remember, they're going to require... You know what? They need a gem each, so yeah, let's do the gem crystallizer. I was going to say, I was thinking, like, oh, we actually probably could do it this episode, but we'll get the gem crystallizer. We'll see how difficult this stuff is to do. We need to turn these into the rocks, don't we, with this, I think? Infuser on the top with stone, I believe. Let's see. Yep, looks like it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alrighty, I actually got in a bit of a rhythm here. It's actually working pretty well, but that was our last air crystal thing, so that's fine. We have our last rock here, or whatever it was, and we can now make a gem crystallizer. So, in order to make each of these pedestals, we need to have at least one of these crystals. So, what we might as well do is get this air one out of the way, since we've got this already set up. So, gem crystallizer, we place on top, and then I believe all we have to do is place a shard on top, I think. So let's see. Let's search air. Let's get a raw air shard. I don't know if a powerful one makes a difference. You know what? We have quite a few. Let's just use it. See if that works. So I'm gonna right click. It's been placed. I don't see anything happening. Keep in mind this tank is full. Okay. Let's take that back out then. Let's try again with this. Just a normal air shard, see if that makes a difference. What I'm looking for are the particle effects. The fact that I'm not seeing them makes me think that I'm doing something wrong. Which I suspect is likely the issue. Ooh, okay. So did you see that? There's a diamond. Okay. Oh, actually, wait. There was another thing as well. If we look at this gem, there's also an air crystal that goes on top. Okay, there seems to be some multi-step thing going on here. Okay, I can follow. So we need a diamond. And we need an inert crystal. I'll grab a stack of diamonds. Inert crystal. Here we go. We'll grab, I guess, as much as it will let me grab, if it even lets me grab them. There we go. So we need an air crystal to begin with. So let's go ahead and break this. Place the infuser back on. Oh. And get one of those. So, inert crystal. Alrighty, that guy is complete. So there we go. We can break this back off and place the crystallizer back on. Beautiful. So, I believe we place a diamond in the middle. We place an air crystal on top. Then we place this guy floating around. Oh, exactly like that. And as you can see, we're getting the particles. We're getting this orbiting thing. Now, can I place multiple? Oh, I can place multiple. Ooh, okay. So let's search air. Let's grab a stack of these and see just how many I can place on the side. Because, oh, crude air gem. Okay, place that back in. Okay, crude air gem. I think we need better. I think we need it to be either a pristine or a rare. Or a fine, sorry. Judging by the fact that these ones go pristine, fine, pristine, fine. They don't change. So, I think the only thing we're missing now... Oh, and actually these, we have so much essence that even these are full now, which is awesome. We need another air one. So I'll place that on. I think I'll actually change this pipe back to just being a normal inserting one to keep this thing full, because they're both full. So, boom, air crystal. So I want to place the crude air gem back in the middle, the air crystal back on top, and then these all the way around the side. I don't know how many I can place, but I'm going to place as many as it lets me, to be honest. Okay, that's how many. I don't know if you want to count them, but that's how many we've got. And I guess it's working. I mean, we see the particles. I don't really know how long it will take. Okay, there we go. We now have a fine air gem. Perfect. So, we have to now do that for each of these other ones, and then we're pretty much done. Now, here's an important thing to look at. These are both empty. So, I think a better thing to do before we wrap this episode up is empty our inventory a little bit, and I'm going to go hunting for a few more of these orbs. And I do know there's a few around. In particular, what I'm after is an earth one, like this one, which I guess is in the middle of our path, and a fire one, which I believe we saw in that other place. I don't even remember where it was, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to get the small element containers to hold them originally. And then, of course, we'll use the entangled blocks because they work extremely well. I'm extremely happy with how well these entangled blocks have been going. 1, 2, and 1, 2. I'm thinking as well, let me real quick, because this seems like a smart idea. Let's go in here. Let's actually get the recipe for this. So let's get an ender chest recipe in here. Grab that. And then get this entangled block recipe in here so that we can just auto-craft these. So there we go. They're done. I can open this. Once it loads, chuck the recipes in. Then what I can do... this is where it gets fun. Fun might be different for you and I, but in theory, if I get another interface, yep, one of you, I'm just going to auto-craft it, is essentially what I'm doing here. Alright, and do remember you need a crafting upgrade to make sure that it requests your system to craft for you. But we're going to place a crafting upgrade here. We're then going to request for, I guess, 2 entangled blocks. We might as well. And then what we want to do as well is get an external storage, like so. Slap it on the side. And I believe we want it to be... I guess it doesn't matter. I thought we'd maybe want it to only be extract, but I think that's fine. So now you can see, entangled blocks get stored here. And when we take them out, it should craft 2 more. How cool is that? Beautiful. Okay, we're back in business. Alrighty, so this is the earth one set up. Let's go ahead and re-hook it up over here. Re-hook it up? Hook it up to begin with. There's no ringing happening. So let's slap this guy down here. Right-click him. We only have the normal cables. I kind of do want to use the bigger ones just so that it's more of a... Just so that I'm 100% sure everything's actually getting, like, taken out at the maximum speed. So I am going to need some more of these. Alrighty, element pipes. Beautiful. We only need a few of them, so that should be good. Extract, and there we go. This guy should, in theory, fill up relatively quickly. Let me then go grab the fire one, which is, I believe, this way. Inside this guy right here. There it is. So, we're actually going to need to place a block here. Place this. Place that. Entangle it, like so. We can get rid of this. That can float. No harm done there. And we're pretty much done. And then I'll wrap up this one. And we'll have to have a crack at it in the next episode or something to try and actually get this ore processing happening. So, how do I want to connect this? Ooh, this is a little bit of a task. This has definitely gotten messy. I wouldn't mind making it not as messy, but as you can see, I'm in a bit too deep at the moment, at least. How do I want to do this? You know what I can do? We can go back here. Oh, this is what I should do. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. This is a lot neater, isn't it? So that's extracting, that's filling. Okay. I'm probably going to move all of these pipes and stuff to be in this exact same formation. Because that makes perfect sense. We can set this guy back to... Oh, yeah. Okay, we're back in business. I'll show you what I mean. So, these are the air ones. So we're going to pick up... Oh, we're going to pick up both of these. We're going to make a mess while we do it. Then we're going to go back here. This is the line for air. So we're going to place this and this on top. Then we're going to connect it like so. Have that extract, have that disconnect so it looks a little bit nicer. And that's perfect. Make sure it's running through the whole system, and it is. Beautiful. And we'll do the same here. This is just so that it looks nicer. Obviously, we could leave them where they were, but this will, I think, bring up our property value. Element pipe, boom, boom, boom. extract, extract, right click. You don't need to crouch. And then last but not least, this guy, and then we can wrap up. This is good. I'm incredibly glad that I realized that I could do this to make it look nice. Make sure it's all extracting. Beautiful. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, obviously this guy can be moved around. In fact, oh, do you think picking them up drops the stuff? Let's see. If I mine this, and then I place it down, it still has stuff in it. Beautiful. Oh my god. Do you know what that means? I hope you know what that means. That means I can pick this up, break that, break all the grass accidentally, and then, place it here. Oh my god. Look at this. We've actually made everything look nice. It's a miracle. Do we still have the infusers? Because we can make it look really nice if I do have them. Or are they already set up? They are set up. We'll leave it how it is for now. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out quite a bit. If you want to play on the server, first things first, make sure that the server still exists. So if you go into the Discord, you can see all the servers that we have, likely in the welcome page. That's where you'll probably see it. Because if you're watching this months from now, the server might not be up. We might be on Allthemod 7 or something. So be sure to check before you go asking around and questioning. But yeah, once you're in the Discord, all the information to join is there. And I believe that's it, hopefully. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I've learnt a bit. I was incredibly intimidated by this mod. There's a lot going on in it, as you can see. Like, if you just came up to this, you'd be like, what am I looking at? But once you break it down and like follow that rabbit hole of all these different things you need to craft, it does make sense, and it's pretty cool. It's also, you don't have to wait as much as I originally thought. I was just doing it wrong. You have to, when you're infusing things, or binding things, sorry, in the element binder, keep in mind this circle, this rotation. So for this recipe here, you'd place the nether quartz first, then the burnt glass pane, then the fire crystal, in that order. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.